Alright, given that Superman 2025 is now released as of July 11, 2025, and initial reviews and promotional materials have given us a clearer picture, I can offer a more detailed storytelling of the film. Please note that this is based on the information available and widely reported, and while it will aim for a comprehensive narrative, minor plot beats or exact dialogue might be omitted as a full, verbatim script isn't public. Clark Kent David Corran's Wet is no wide-eyed farm boy fresh off the bus. He's been operating as Superman for some time, albeit still finding his footing in a cynical world that's grown wary of metahumans. We see glimpses of his early heroism, a blend of awe-inspiring saves and perhaps some unintended collateral damage, which has led to public debate and media scrutiny. Luthor, portrayed as a brilliant, arrogant, and ruthless CEO, views Superman not as a hero, but as an existential threat to humanity's self-reliance and, more importantly, to his own perceived intellectual superiority. Superman steps in to save lives, but his actions are seen by some as an act of international interference, leading to an ethical and political fallout. He might use a powerful creation of his own or even a modified Kryptonian clone, possibly an early unstable version of Ultraman or Bizarro, as toy leaks hinted at a green baby connected to Luthor's experiments to directly challenge Superman. The engineer Maria Gabriela de Faria, with her nanotechnology, is shown as an antagonist and an ally of Luthor, possibly providing a direct physical threat to Superman in key action sequences within the Fortress of Solitude. He may unite with some of the other heroes, demonstrating his ability to inspire and lead, even those who were initially skeptical. The core of the climax isn't just a spectacle of power. Luthor is likely defeated, but remains a persistent threat, perhaps imprisoned, but still plotting, embodying the cynicism and darkness that Superman strives against. He has reconciled his Kryptonian heritage with his human upbringing, understanding that both are essential to who he is. He's not just a powerful alien, he's Clark Kent, the kind-hearted man from Smallville who chooses to be Superman. But a test of Superman's core beliefs, his innate goodness, his hope for humanity, and his belief in compassion over force. Lois Lane is at the forefront of investigating this, initially questioning Superman's methods and the potential consequences of his unchecked power. While challenges remain, Superman has solidified his place as a symbol of hope for the DC universe. He has inspired others, including potentially a more unified Justice Gang, and his relationship with Lois Lane is stronger than ever. The final shots leave the audience with a sense of optimism, looking towards a future where Superman continues to embody truth, justice, and the American way, not as a jingoistic slogan, but as a commitment to the fundamental good in humanity, even when it's hard to find. The film firmly establishes the tone and direction for James Gunn's DCU, a universe where heroes are heroes and hope is a powerful force. His relationship with Lois deepens, moving beyond professional curiosity to a genuine romantic connection. The film implies that Lois either quickly figures out or already knows his secret identity, shifting their dynamic from a traditional will-they-won't-they to a partnership built on trust and shared purpose. His adoptive parents, Jonathan and Martha Kent, Pruitt Taylor Vince, and Neva Howell, are still alive and provide the moral compass for Clark, reminding him of his humanity and the values of kindness and compassion. A poignant scene shows Martha comforting a distressed Clark, reinforcing the idea that his strength truly comes from his human upbringing. This storyline allows the film to explore the idea of heroism in a world filled with gray areas where good intentions can have complex repercussions. He sees Superman as Anit, an alien anomaly that must be controlled or eliminated. This could involve a larger-scale attack, the unleashing of a kryptonite-powered threat, or a psychological assault designed to break Superman's spirit and turn humanity against him. The Hammer of Baravia, an armored superhuman seen in trailers, might be one of the powerful physical adversaries Superman faces. Luthor is revealed to have already begun his machinations, perhaps even indirectly orchestrating events to expose Superman or test his limits. He's connected to advanced technology, possibly even attempting to replicate or manipulate Kryptonian tech. From Superman-esque crashed ship or the Fortress of Solitude, which we see glimpses of as a place of refuge and connection to his Kryptonian heritage, complete with his faithful companion Krypto the Superdog. Superman 2025, a story of hope reborn. We are introduced to the Justice Gang, a group that includes Hawkgirl, Isabella Merced, Mr. Terrific Edie Gathaji, and Guy Gardner, Green Lantern Nathan Fillion, apparently bankrolled by Maxwell Lord Sean Gunn. Their existence creates a fascinating dynamic. Is Superman a lone wolf or part of a larger, evolving superhuman community? The Justice Gang's more pragmatic or even cynical approach to heroism provides a foil to Superman's innate compassion. There are tensions, particularly with Guy Gardner's brash personality, and a philosophical debate about who gets to decide what's justice. Mr. Terrific, in particular, plays a significant role in the plot, likely using his intellect and tech to aid or challenge Superman. The film opens not with Krypton's destruction, a familiar beat we've seen countless times, but with a Metropolis already aware of the alien. Metropolis is threatened by a colossal, seemingly alien Kaiju. Superman engages the beast in a spectacular aerial and ground battle, demonstrating immense power, but also showing signs of strain and vulnerability, a deliberate choice by director James Gunn to make him more relatable and less invulnerable. This fight isn't just about raw strength. It's about Superman's unwavering commitment to save every life, whether human, animal like the now famous squirrel he saves, or even a struggling robot. Clark works at the Daily Planet, trying to balance his burgeoning journalistic career with his secret life. Here, he navigates the bustling newsroom, forming a genuine connection with Lois Lane Rachel Brosnahan, a sharp, relentless, and fiercely independent reporter who, early in the film, already suspects there's more to Clark than meets the eye. Their banter is quick, witty, and establishes a dynamic built on mutual respect and a simmering attraction, with Lois challenging Clark's idealism and Superman's methods. We also meet the gruff but fair Perry White Wendell Pierce and the ever-optimistic Jimmy Olsen Skylar Gisondo, who provide the human anchors to Clark's extraordinary existence. The film wastes no time in throwing Superman into the thick of it. This public display of power and destruction, however well-intentioned, draws the attention of Lex Luthor Nicholas Hoult. Adding to the complexity, the world is already populated with other superpowered individuals, some operating for corporate interests or under government control. A key plot point revolves around Superman's intervention in the fictional nation of Baravia, which is embroiled in conflict. Lex Luthor exploits this controversy, perhaps even framing Superman for a greater global threat or manipulating public opinion against him. Amidst the chaos, Clark's personal life is intertwined with his heroic one. The climax, the film builds to a massive confrontation, likely orchestrated by Luthor, that puts not just Metropolis, but potentially the world, at risk. Superman, despite being pushed to his physical and emotional limits, we see him bleeding and injured, a symbol of his vulnerability, refuses to give up. The ending. In the end, Superman triumphs over Luthor's immediate threat, but not without significant struggle and sacrifice. The film closes with Superman having reaffirmed his identity and purpose. The ending is expected to be hopeful and uplifting, a deliberate contrast to previous darker interpretations.